Or if you just joined us, it's still Journalist Hangout. I still have Asukwo James and BKO. Let's move straight to our next conversation. According to the holy books, no sin must go unpunished. Accordingly, Oyo State Governor Makinde has vowed that a trial will be heard for suspects in the Christmas Funfair Stampede at the Islamic High School in Ibadan, which claims the lives of about 35 children. Governor Makinde, who was responding to the calls for leniency, stated that the rule of law will be upheld in the state, unlike the incidents in Anambra and the Federal Capital Territory FCT, which did not result in persecution. Let's share an update on the issue with you by TVC News Olaide Oyewale.
The stampede happened on the 18th of December 2024.
Madam,
35 children lost their lives, leaving an unforgettable memory in the heart of residents of Ibadan, particularly those directly affected by the tragedy. Since the incident, concerned individuals have continued to demand justice and a trial of those involved in the stampede. Governor of Oyo State, Makinde, also insisted that everyone linked to the incident will face trial, regardless of their status.
Quite a number of people, they've been reaching out to me, saying, oh, this thing happened in Anambra State. It happened also FCT. Nobody went to jail. Why is it in Oyo State that some people are going to jail? I said, well, Oyo State is not Anambra State. And no matter how highly placed, justice must be done.
Following the tragic incident, the accused, Queen Naomi Shilekwala, former wife of the Ooni of Ife, popular radio broadcaster Oriyemi Hamzat, and Abdullahi Fasasi, the principal of the school where the incident occurred, were remanded in Agodi Correctional Center by a magistrate court in Ibadan. Meanwhile, a high court in Ibadan has heard the bail application submitted by the defense counsels for the accused, but the prosecutor opposed the motion.
Applicants filed their summons for bail before the court, and we opposed all the three applications. So arguments were taken. You can see we're just coming out of the court since 9, and rulings have been reserved till 13th of January.
Yeah, we are saying by law that they ought not to be arraigned by a holding charge. That ordinarily they should have followed the provision of the law, which is section 292 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Law. That is, they should not detain or remand them in custody based on a holding charge. We have canvassed the point in court, and it is for the court to deliver a considered ruling on it.
As the court prepares to decide the fate of the accused, loved ones are optimistic and hope that the government would temper justice with mercy. Olaide Oyewale, TVC News, Ibadan.
The Oyo State government seems resolute that the culprits of the stampede must face justice. But, Asuko, do you think that this will serve as a deterrent?
Well, we'll look at it in several ways. One, this shouldn't stop people from giving. That is number one. Then number two, when you are giving, you must make sure that you put all the necessary procedures in place, safety procedures in place. Because I know so many people who have, gone out to do stuff like this, and at the end of the day, there was no stampede. Okay. And the third one is where the governor is talking about. Now, the governor is actually talking about what people are saying. Okay. That people are saying, but they didn't persecute people. They also told you that they did. In the FCT, the priest was arrested. Okay. So the governor is actually saying that the law has to take its course. So if, for instance, thank God they have lawyers. So it is left for the lawyers, their lawyers, to go out there and canvass their case. That, okay, these people, maybe directly, they were not involved in what happened. I'm very sorry that children, about 35 children lost their lives. This is not what we want to hear.
Exactly.
But people should also understand that the law is the law. And that is what the governor is saying. If not, we'll just have a banana republic where people will just do anything. You understand? So let people just hold on. Okay. Let the law, full law, take its course.
BKO, do you think with this now, your state government saying that they must face justice, do you think it will bring order, especially in the area of public gathering?
Yes, people have to learn from this. We've had far too many of these stampedes, and it's because nobody gets punished. Lives are lost and nothing happens. Look at the church in Port Harcourt 2 years ago.
Yes.
They wanted to organize something like this. They wanted to give people food. And you made the people queue for more than 24 hours. The gates were locked. When the people got tired, they pushed against the gate, and the gate gave way, and people were trampled upon. No, we are not saying don't try to help people. In a season of hunger, although I do not even agree that there's any time in life that there won't be hunger. Sonny Ade sang a song in 1980. Issue the we want, Agbado, Shera, Loja. 1980.
And issue is still one.
Yeah, exactly, still very expensive.
Saying that food is so expensive that even the worker cannot feed to his own joy. He cannot eat to his satisfaction. 1980. 1980. So, whatever we say today, people have said it in the past. Colinton and all of those artists who used to sing about current affairs, they've talked about hunger. People should not mystify this and make it look like it has never happened. The Yorubas will say,
exactly.
Even your friend basically used it to sing. You say?
You say your friend.
Nothing spoil. Because in Tobaja, I won't complete it.
Exactly. Let's just leave it at that.
So, if you must feed people,
sure.
If you must give palliatives, do you know since when Bukola Saraki's father
has been giving palliative?
I grew up as a little boy to know Oloye giving people money. They will line up, long queues. And each person we get is all those women. They will go back. The place where they used to give those handouts is called Ile Arugbo in Ilorin. I grew as a little boy to know this. So, if everybody was self-sufficient at that time, will Oloye be giving people money and there will be long queues?
Even in Canada,
there will always be poor people in the place. Let's not kid ourselves.
True.
And we need to help the needy. But we must also use common sense. If you know that you want to help the needy, and there will be such a huge crowd, you must make arrangement for crowd control. If you do not make arrangement for crowd control, anything can happen.
And you'll be held liable.
Tinubu has been giving people palliatives for more than 20 years at his Bodilon home. They will line up all those beggars from everywhere, from Agege, from where is this place? Ebutemeta, where they have a good chunk of them. They will come. There has never been a stampede. I talked about Zulum.
Yes.
No stampede. The governor of Kaduna State organized one of the biggest ever palliatives to people. No stampede.
Even that Ibadan. Matthew Ashon did
it
for 3 days.
Yes, because he knew he could not do it in one day.
Yeah,
he spread it. Nobody died. So when people fail to organize things the way they should organize, and then you will now be blaming, oh, if government had not made people hungry, would there have been any need? That's why I said Sonny Ade
exactly.
Since 1980. In that album, I think it's Check Here is the title of the album. should we want. It was always, that has always been the story. Even God told us in the holy books that not all of us can be rich.
Yeah,
but it pleases God when you help the needy. It's one way by which you can make God happy, to be happy with you, when you help the needy. Because we can't all, fingers are not equal. God is not a fool that he did not make these fingers equal now. But it's just a way of passing a message to us so that we will know him for who he is.
All right, gentlemen.
So I just want lessons to be learned.
Exactly.
So that these all things do not happen again. The other day, one misguided person in that same Ibadan put explosive devices in his house, and he killed people. He destroyed people's property. Some people will never recover again because it's a highbrow area. You know, so most people always do this in our country, and nobody will be punished. At some point, you must punish people so that others will learn.
As an example.
Exactly.
Come on.
True.
We should not bring sentiment into all this.
Exactly.
We like sentiment. Today, somebody stole Nigeria blind. He built 753 duplexes. There are some people who will not condemn that act. The only person they want to condemn is Tinubu.
Yeah, exactly.
Something must be wrong with you if you see something so bad that somebody will still at that level. But you are not bothered. You are not bothered. Only one person bothers you. Come on. Only one person bothers you. How many? Some of the people who try to say that, oh, people like Babajide, they don't say the truth anymore. And some of them will need 2 lifetimes to find the courage that I have to speak the truth. They say, Jide doesn't speak the truth anymore. But this happened. They didn't offer any comment. No comment. They've been quite quiet. As if building 753 duplexes is such a good thing. You will not hear them condemn it in public. There are some people who call themselves activists. You go to their social media words. They have not offered a comment on what Emefiele did. Because to them now, Emefiele is even a hero. They are selective in terms of the truth that they speak. They are selective in terms of the people that they condemn. Even when they've done so much wrong to the country.
All right, gentlemen.